always the best friend. What's up, Twitch? Good to be back. Greetings to all of you internet sojourners out there. And here we are, we're back in the name of the zone. Son of a gun. Whatever, we're gonna go do stuff and things. So I invite you to join me as we go out and we do stuff. I think I've had a little bit too much caffeine and not enough sleep over the last couple days, but not really mandatory to sleep. And we're gonna go... Oh shoot, I always do that. We're gonna go check out the giant fort, and then if the giant fort's taken, we'll go to Howling Stones. Yeah, let me get out of here, and then I can talk. As you guys can tell, I'm like struggling right now. Oh my gosh. I'm not sure if I should be playing. I'm like, struggling here. Alright, let's get the invis off. There we go. Because we really don't want to run into the golem. Although this is curious, the golem is not here. Did somebody kill the golem? Oh my. There's somebody killing the golem. Let's go check it out. There's a few people killing the golem. Ah, they have the undead foreman charmed. Can he really tank the golem? Why am I not doing this? He's got to be getting heals, yeah. This looks so chill. I'm so jealous of these guys. Until that foreman charm breaks in it, and then you have a golem and a foreman just whooping your ass. Yeah, there we go. Let's go see if our favorite spot, the Burning Woods Giant Fort, is open, and if it is, then we'll be in there like swimwear, and if not, we will just teleport right back here, and we'll go to Howling Stones. I'll have to find something to hammer off of in the Burning Wood. Jade boots would be really nice right about now. And yeah, guys, I published the second part of Mr. Best Friend's lore video because I knew if I didn't publish it now, it would never see the light of day. And so what I didn't want to do is like never publish that video, so even though it's not probably 100% the way I want it, and it's definitely not finished, it's like a part 2-1. I was like, I'm just gonna publish what I got, because otherwise it's never gonna come out. What's this guy doing, and does he have a mustache? Wait, don't. No, don't. Give me so. Asshole elf. Elves, guys. Almost as bad as bards. Yeah, we'll, I believe we're gonna get that spot in the Burning Woods, and then we'll get about 10% of the level tonight, hopefully. If not, we're going to Howling Stones, even though I'm borderline, like, I don't know, my brain is working like I'm oxygen deprived right now, like I'm hypoxic, but what's the worst that could happen, right? I'm just glad you guys are here with me to watch my slow descent into madness. How great would it be if you got two bind points? Wouldn't that be nice? Kind of like in Morrowind, you could get like a mark and recall. Not really feeling this music either. Feeling the techno. Yeah, remember on Morrowind you could get like a mark and recall spell, and then you can make another mark and recall spell. And you could set those in different locations. And how nice was that? How nice would that be if you were on EverQuest and you could set yourself like 2 or 3 different spots you could gate to? I would have one at the Burning Wood Giant Fort, one at Howling Stones, and one at Cabalus. There's lava over there. I shouldn't step in that. I never even noticed that before. Oh, Mr. Best Friend, how I cannot wait for you to be able to leave Kunark. We're gonna go to Velius. Go to the tunnel. It's gonna be so great. He's still waiting for his old dad to come home. Mr. Best Friend's still waiting for his dad to come home. He went to West Cabalus for cigarettes. Alright, almost there. I did do this zone a little bit on Teak, and I do remember it was okay if I had So. But without So, this zone sucks. It's so bad. Gylus, what's up? I thought you were out of the States. How's your trip going? Yeah, I'd say I'm winning. Atlas says weather is bad here, so bad internet. I'll just send you a heart because I'm probably a slideshow right now. Oh, I'm like pink. I'm pink on the text. Like, oh, be safe. Yeah, I bet it is. Get some good food while you're there. I can eat my weight in lumpia when it's done like right, when it's done good. What the shit is going on over here? Everybody's like dancing around this gnome. Did he get his epic or something? Somebody give me so. I'm just gonna pretend I'm part of this raid party and I'm celebrating whatever they're celebrating because I'm miserable and I have no friends. Baby, you're all that I want. I don't think they're gonna give me so. Let's go. Let's get out of here. I like to kind of roleplay Mr. Best Friend as like a cranky... Like, he's like this cranky XR, you know? When he sees a group of players, he's like, what the shit is going on over here? He's kind of like Jim Leahy from Trailer Park Boys. I know they're up to something, Randy. That's one show that I cannot watch now that I don't drink. Now that I'm sober, like, I really enjoyed it because I think I was just, like, smashed when I would watch it. What's up, medics? They're killing Ixablat, that's what's going on. That's what that big group back there was doing. I think he's for the Cleric Epic. Medics would know. I'm pretty sure Medics is Ixablat for the Cleric Epic. Also, do I seem quiet to you guys? I feel like I'm quiet. I just turned on my audio and I can hear myself, and I feel like I'm quiet. Okay, I must just have it set on my own headset to seem a little bit quieter. As long as you guys are good, I'm good. I gotta be careful because if I crank it up too much, it'll like peg out and it starts clipping. It sounds like shit. Ooh, I see an Ophion. Oh, Ophion. I know him. I know him, guys! Oh my, we got the giant fort again? Oh my goodness. Oh, it's like Christmas? Let's frickin' go, boys. Let's get some frickin' spells. Let's get some experience. Wait a minute, there's a spawn missing. Somebody just killed a spawn here. Something is strange about this. Oh man, I left 600 flat in my bags. It's gonna weigh me down. It's all good. I want to wait for this spawn. I don't trust it. I know like the moment I pull this guy, the spawn's gonna happen. I saw these two players earlier right when I turned on the stream killing the cliff golem with the undead foreman as like a charm pet. I thought that was kind of cool. Thank you guys for joining me on stream. There we go. Let's see. Medic says, is there a necro across from me? I don't see any necros. Oh, there is. Wonder if they're okay with sharing. I just pulled this guy, this verdant. Let me see if I can get his name. That might be Ophion. Where is he? I can't see him. I can only do like 4 spawns. Oh, it is Ophion. I thought I had the camp. He might be okay with sharing though. Oh my gosh, first kill forest loop? Okay, we're gonna kill Gorgle because what we really want is Gorgle to spawn in one of those other spots. But we're gonna do the risky stuff up front here. The forest loop is 3 whiz, 3 dex, 3 agility, 2 AC. I can give you this one. They're worth like 300 plat to the vendor, but honestly, like, if you need it, I can give it to you. I get a bunch of them. Alright, here's the hoping this Gorgle kill goes okay. Goes okay. Let me see, are they lore? It shouldn't be lore. No, yeah, you can wear 2. Yeah, I can give it to you. Money is really not an object to me here. You're just gonna try to burst down Gorgle. You're sick as hell today? What's going on, man? Are you okay? Something going around? I say burst down, and by burst down Gorgle, I mean, like, just keep putting all my dots on him. Not really a burst. It's like my version of burst. Uh-oh. Oh no, it wore off. Root wore off twice. Yeah. Food poisoning. Oh no. Oh shit. Yeah, this is why we don't like Gorgle. This right here is precisely why we don't like Gorgle. Oh my gosh. That was rough. I really hope that root holds. We just need like 2 more ticks. I don't know if he runs or not. Oof, that was scary. That got really shitty really fast. That was like 3 root breaks in a row. Like, 1 root didn't even last 1 tick. That's okay, he's dead, but damn, I hate Gorgle. Whatever, he's dead, I'm not. Well done, Guardian. You guys ever play Destiny, the original Destiny? I loved that game. Anyway, there was this guy that would say that, they are dead, you are not. What did you end up eating? What do you think it was? Tuna. Oh no, that's terrible. Though I really want a Gorgle to pop like back there. Kind of risky because now he might pop in one of these two, and I really don't want him to pop in one of these two. Yeah, that was like extra bad there. If that root had broken, I probably would have just had to... The last root, I would have had to just feign. He's really the only mob that I, like, fear. Ophion says I was there for about 4 hours, 2 cleric spell drops, that's it. Ooh, that's bad luck. Hopefully that means all the necro spells are up in the queue. Gorgle Packlock literally almost killed me just now. I don't know if you were watching yet. Yeah, his root just kept breaking over and over. It was rough. We are grinding though. I've been on EverQuest like every night this week, or just about every night this week. Did I just get stated? Statted? Not sure. Oh, started. Yeah, I just started. I say just started. This game will eat your time, man. 30 minutes in, just got started. We'll probably go a little bit later tonight than I normally go because it's Friday. That wasn't really a very good start, but it is what it is. A game of patience, anyway. Hopefully we can get upwards of 10% tonight. Just gotta wait for this health and mana to regen here. Gorgle spawns here, I might just leave him alone and kill these 3, and then kill the 2 down here. Oh, he's got the leg chopper. That's worth a lot of money. And Ophion, I saw you were using Emissary of Thule out here. That's got to be kind of nice to have. Hopefully we get another, like, splurt or something we can trade in and hopefully get minion of shadows. Ophion says, yeah, but he still gets hit hard by these giants, can't just send him in flying. Yeah. Unfortunate that even at level 60, necro pets can't just base tank things. But I guess you can't have everything. I like using that 6 and Klex guy. That guy you can send in. Have you ever tried that, Ophion? It's just a pain in the ass because when you need to regen his health, he, like, walks all the way back. But one of these days I should, like, try doing it again and see if I can't root him or something, like, do something to keep him around. Just, like, root cancel magic or something. He's probably very easily controllable for a level 60, because he's level 50. And yeah, he, like, deletes these ancients. He can kill, like, 4 or 5 in, like, 3 or 4 minutes. But yeah, once you go to break him and let him regen health, he wanders all the way back. And his spawn is, like, in the middle of the zone, so whenever he leaves, you're, like, chasing him through all this shit out there, all these enemies. Gonna keep grinding these forest giants till I get the spells that I need to go somewhere else, I guess. I'm glad we got Shadowbond. Now if we can just get the other one, Minion of Shadows, we'll be set. Yeah, 6 and Klex would help me kill him faster. I could get potentially more spells, but you don't get shit for experience because the charm pet eats all that experience. Alright, let's see if we can get down there and scoop this loot without getting attacked. Got me a leg chopper. Ah, that was bad luck. Oh my gosh. Hopefully this isn't indicative of how the night's gonna go with root breaks. What's up, Kevin? New here? Yeah, welcome to the stream. Everybody welcome Kevin. Kevin, you're an Easter egg in my latest Mr. Best Friend Lore video, by the way. I wanted to let you know that. I haven't seen you in a while. Hopefully you're doing good. Oh my gosh. Dude. This sucks. I'm in a bad spot. Kevin shows up. Can't see him. Can we hit him? There we go. That's what I wanted. Right there. Yeah, we've had bad luck with root breaks. EC finally died. That sucks. I was rocking the, like, divorced dad rock channel on here the other night. I was hoping you would show up. Started sounding like a hangar bay even when idling. Yeah, medics, get some rest, man. That does suck. I don't blame you one bit. Then blue screen of deathing nonstop, so probably, possibly like a fan failure? Was it overheating, or just, like, was one fan trying to kind of pick up the slack? I don't know, that blows though. We've been grinding pretty hard at this giant fort for the last 5 or 6 days. Kevin says the crash report suggested thermals, but the whole PC was cool as hell, less than 40 degrees. Yeah, that's a very, very cool temperature. Mine runs at like 80. Speaking of, I need to turn on that. I have a thing that like throttles the PC so it doesn't like overheat. It's just old, almost 8 years. The good news is, man, you can get like a really decent laptop for, I was doing some research, like $1,500. I don't know if that's a lot for you, but I was looking into getting a newer one. Recently myself. Ooh, gonna do a new build. Oh, I'm so jelly. I love doing a full build, nice fresh build, new parts. So exciting, like unboxing everything and putting it all together. That's awesome. But like half the shit is dead on arrival and then you're pissed and waiting on more parts. Kevin says sooner than I wanted, but no choice. Yeah, 8 years. 8 years is pretty good. But yeah, I feel you. Gotta make sure it's good to go for Monsters and Memories. Have they announced like a release date yet? I kind of stopped following it. I should probably get back into that. To be honest, I haven't checked since the roadmap news. Yeah, I haven't even done any of the playtests or anything. It's been a really busy year for me though. Like I looked at my YouTube uploads and right around May, I just like stopped. Because I've been on the road, I had to do a work trip where I went to Las Vegas, San Diego, back to Las Vegas before I could go home. And then I go to St. Louis week after next. Yeah, I've just been jobbing out this year. I just Googled it and it said something about early access in January of 26, but I'm not sure how valid that is. Yeah, a couple different news sites had reported January 2026. My goal is just to finish this by Christmas. We did some quick math on stream the other night and I calculated like 180 hours if I was to keep going at the pace that I'm going. Kevin says going to release a bunch of new servers on full release, but keep the early access servers up. That's good because people tend to get attached to their characters in these games because of how freaking long it takes to do anything. Well, I think that's smart to not make people start over. I feel like making your most hardcore of fans start over is like a good way to slap them in the face. Thanks for supporting our product when it was unfinished. Go do everything you just did again. Oh no, you're good, Kevin. So Kevin said I'm on mobile. Sorry if it can't type fast enough. Seems like you're ignoring. I get it. No, you're good. Thanks for being here. It's good to see you. I was wondering if you were still around. I wasn't sure if you had taken a break from Twitch or maybe had life going on. Kevin says, I always come back. Me too, that's how I am. Like, I take a break from this game. I take a break from streaming, but I always end up coming back. At least I didn't take too long of a break. One time I took like a 2-year break. That wasn't good. Kevin says if I don't, it means one thing. He joined a cult. No! We have had shit luck with root breaks. But this has become our spot. Kevin says a few of my buddies are getting back into EQ, funnily enough. You always end up coming back, man. Not you, not anybody. They always end up coming back. Edix says, what do you do once you hit 60? I haven't really decided. I don't know if I'll keep playing Mr. Best Friend, if I'll start a new solo self-found, or if I'll play a different game. I got really into Phantasy Star Online over the summer, but then, like, I literally injured my thumb by playing it too much. So I don't want to do that again. So I'll probably stick with EQ because it's one of the only games that, like, my old wrists and hands can handle. But yeah, I was playing PSO. Oh my gosh, another verdant root break. And he's gonna do that thing where he keeps running. And you can't even cast spells on them while they're doing that. Kevin says, my right wrist is destroyed. Yeah, like, I can get away with playing EQ because it's so low intensity, but any game that's more intense than this ends up killing my wrists. I don't know where he's at, but I'm casting spells on him. This is kind of weird. Kind of scary, actually. I don't think the game even knows where that giant is. Medic says I like Escape from Tarkov. I watched like a little bit of a YouTube drama about that with the developers, but other than that, I don't know a lot about the game. Evan says, why do we watch the same YouTube videos? Because we're like probably right about the same age and have the same interests and like the same music. Like we were made for each other. When Medics asked what happens when I hit level 60, and that's when I proposed to Kevin. I'm gonna like ding 60 and then I'm gonna like kneel. That's so cheesy. I'm gonna stop myself right now. Medic says I love the PvE aspect. Kevin says legit never played Tarkov but watched the whole drama unfold. Yeah, I've watched a couple of those videos. I just like those kind of videos. Yeah, pay to win. Like a pay to win issue. Yeah, I wouldn't care about the drama either, Medics, if you like the game. Don't get me wrong. I'm one of those people where I think if you like the game, even if you don't always agree with the decisions of the developers, if you yourself are enjoying it, then it shouldn't matter. Like, as long as you're enjoying the game and you're at least okay with the decisions from like an ethical standpoint. At the end of the day, I mean, these are businesses. Game developers have to make money too, and if they think that's the best way to make money and they can get away with it, that's what they're gonna do. Why I didn't get mad when I was playing on Teak and there's people buying and selling Chrono and there was like pay to win type stuff in there, and I was like, well, I'm still enjoying the game, so I'm not gonna let anybody tell me I shouldn't enjoy this game. And I'm not familiar enough with Tarkov to know whether it was like truly pay to win or not. I don't even really remember what caused the whole drama to begin with. Genetic says I paid 120 for PvE. So I measure my like game spending in like dollars per hour, which means that I owe the Project 1999 devs like $800 right now. Sorry, Rogine. Check's in the mail, buddy. Yeah, generally if I can get $1, if I spend $60, I want to get 60 hours. Oh my gosh, the root breaks tonight are killing me. Alright, Kevin's got the explanation. They charged for some pack and tried to semantics their way out of a previous promise. That if you bought a certain bundle, you would get all the future DLC. Medic says I got $400, if not more, in ESPCE. But they did fix it. Yeah, I try not to be like overly judgmental as I've gotten older. I've like learned to kind of temper my expectations and temper how I approach things. And like I said, if you're enjoying it, just who cares what anybody else says? Kevin says they said it wasn't DLC, it was a game mode or some BS. Oh, I get you. So they like kind of tried to walk it back. But and then Kevin says, but yeah, I think I heard they made it right. Well, good for them. Usually where I draw the line is when the game starts asking for like progressively more and more money, or if it has confusing monetization. Destiny 2 used to be like that, but they've kind of fixed it. There was a point where I was very strongly against Destiny 2 because of that. And I think they also pulled a fast one on me where I paid for some content and then they were like, and the content's gone. And I was like, that's bullshit. Yeah, I like the free to play with cosmetics type game style. Oh man, I can't even get a single life tap on these guys. This is just how it's gonna be tonight. It's just gonna be a struggle. Kevin says the Destiny 2 is an actual scam. I think at one point it was, yeah. The final shape was actually really good though. I super enjoyed that. I played the shit out of it for like a month. And the campaign was really fun. The additional like content they added at that time was really fun. But I also had this realization that I really like looting and I really like shooting and I don't like platforming. And Destiny 2 has way too much platforming. So I tried to get into raiding on Destiny 2. And I found a good raiding group and I joined their raid and they were super nice, they were super helpful, showing me how to do it, telling me what weapons I needed to bring and all that. And then I realized that every raid had like way too much platforming. And I was like, nah dog, I ain't doing that. I'm not playing Super Mario in a shooter. I want to shoot stuff and I want to loot stuff. Kevin says if only the Division was better. I actually did play that over the summer. And it did manage to get its like hooks in me for about 3 weeks. Which I thought was pretty good. But eventually it fell off too. Eventually I was like, eh. But yeah, I really like the setting in the Division, but it's also like it's so unsettling that I can only play it in small doses because it like actually affects kind of like my mood. Because you're going in like buildings full of like dead bodies and like these biohazard body bags, and you're like listening to tape recordings of people that died during the big plague event. And it was like really depressing. See if I can actually life tap this guy. Oh my gosh, what a miracle. And then I looked up what the endgame was like on Destiny or Division 2, and I was like, that kind of dissuaded me from continuing. I like that Diablo 2 style, like chasing rare loot. Kevin says, I barely played the second one. Yeah, that's the one I was playing. It was pretty good, but yeah, it just kind of... Eventually I was like, I'm not you lose interest. Alright, let's grab this guy this time. Kevin says the first one was kind of depressing for me with being from New York. Yeah, I bet. That's like home turf there. That's got to hit kind of close to home. Kind of like when I play Fallout New Vegas after having lived in Vegas for several years. But definitely, I feel like even The Division is more depressing than Fallout. Fallout's dark, but it doesn't... It still feels like a world that's, like, alive. Division is... like, holy shit, this is some really bad stuff. It's a lot grittier. Fallout's not... It's weird to say this, but Fallout is nowhere near as gritty as Division, in my opinion. Medix asks, how many 60s do I have? I have never gotten a level 60 on EverQuest, despite having played it for well over 20 years. This is the highest level I've ever gotten. Actually, I've gotten a 60 on, like, retail, but I don't count retail. That's not real EQ. It's like fake EQ. Kind of sad. The real EQ is the fake EQ now. I probably didn't even need to cast that splurt. Kevin says, sounds like another game I know. What game is that? Project Corn? Am I gonna get some haters? I'm gonna get some haters for saying that. Wow. Yeah. At least Blizzard made it right by releasing Classic, I'll say that. I was playing some Classic Hardcore the other day. I'm so thankful that they just have Classic servers up. Because the private server, we talked about this a lot, but the private server scene is just not for me. Kevin says, only because of the money, though, let's be honest. Yeah, that's alright, though. At least they weren't doing the douchebag move of, like, shutting down servers and then not releasing their own. Yeah, Nost was, like, the catalyst. Once they saw people flooding into Nost, they were like, oh. That dude who was like, they thought they did, but they didn't, he cried in his office. They just think they want to play it, but they don't. Get out of here, J. Allen Breck. Medic says, I hate WoW. Kevin says, I love WoW. I love WoW too. Medic says they stole assets from EQ. So a lot of people don't know this, but Sony actually got sued when they made EQ by the creators of a thing called Deku Mud because they stole code from Deku Mud to play or to make EQ. So it's all stolen, all of it. Like you know, in the Bible where it's like, oh, this begat that and this guy begat this. Like EQ Mud begat EQ and EQ begat WoW. And they just all kind of trace their roots back to that. But yeah, they actually settled out of court. Because that code was all open source, but the thing was MUDs back then didn't really make money. It was just assumed that you were like using it for just creating your own little game and not commercially profiting from it. Medic says, I know it costs WoW millions. I didn't know that. I didn't know there was a lawsuit for WoW. The story of WoW goes, though, that I think it was Jeff Kaplan. He was in the biggest, or like the world first, sweatiest raiding guild on EQ, and he was so mad about, I think it was Shadows of Lucklin, the raiding on during Shadows of Lucklin, or POP, one of those two. And he basically wrote this angry forum post telling the EverQuest developers if they didn't fix their game, like he and his buddies were going to make a game and it was going to be twice as good and it was going to kill EverQuest. And then they actually went and did it. Medic says, yeah, one of their workers, they took one of the lead and went to WoW and took EQ files with them. I believe it. Why reinvent the wheel if you got the code, even though it's potentially criminal or at least shady? I mean, in another 20 years, I'll be able to tell an AI, like, hey, just take EQ's code and make me a single-player version. And by the way, every time I summon a pet, I want it to be max level. And I want Splurt to drop off every mob. Kevin said, McQuaid said, hey, they don't call it shareware for no reason. Yeah, all those old mud codes, like, code bases were pretty much open source. He did, they stole, like, basically all EQ is a graphical user interface running over top of a DQ bud with some like physics and other 3D type stuff that they had to make themselves because obviously there was no graphics in MUDs. Kevin says, great game though. Love it. Not as much as WoW, however. Yeah. Medic says, experience sucks at 55. Yeah, it really does. Just is what it is. Gotta keep grinding. It would be really difficult for me to choose whether I love WoW or EQ more. I couldn't decide. I think if I had to, like, say I'm gonna only take, like, if I could only play one game for the rest of my life, and I could only choose between WoW and EQ, I would probably choose WoW. I don't know, though. Because EQ has more... The leveling, I think, at EQ is more dynamic. Like, it feels like the 1 to 60 game is so much more robust, versus in WoW it's kind of, I don't know, it's a little bit easier. Like, I feel like I get more satisfaction out of doing a quest on EQ than on WoW. I love the rating on WoW way more than EQ. EQ rating to me is just kind of, eh. But that's not good. Yeah, EQ PvP is not good, while PvP is, even in vanilla, was really good. With the exception of rogues. Evan says EQ PvP is trash, watched my friends play it for decades. Yeah, EQ was never made for PvP. WoW, they built WoW with PvP in mind. Like, that was part of the original, like, core design. WoW has that silky smooth, fluid gameplay. Even back then, even back when it came out, it just felt so, like, buttery smooth. It felt like you were playing a first-person shooter, but it was an RPG. And EQ definitely doesn't have that. EQ is so clunky. Kevin, I thought we talked about this, but we don't mention Oblivion on stream here. We agreed on that. It's gonna start something that neither of us can really control. Kevin says the best. Behind Morrowind, sure. Once you can look past the weird eyeballs on the elves. Or really, it's like the weird doughy faces. The Oblivion facial models are so crazy. Kevin says I can't do this on mobile. He's like furiously trying to type and his thumbs are like killing him. I love that moment on Oblivion where you walk out of that prison, though. That shit's so good. That one's even better than Skyrim. Because, like, when you leave the first cave on Skyrim, it's like, oh, look at this huge world, but, like, the Oblivion, I don't know, it's just so pretty. It's just a shame you couldn't save Patrick Stewart. I want to tell AI to make me an Oblivion clone where Patrick Stewart stays with me the entire game. Evan says I can't wait for them to re-release Skyrim again. Skyrim remastered HD GTA 6 edition, GTA 5 edition. Again, Redux. What's going on with Elder Scrolls 6? Like, do they even have like a trailer or anything? Like, where is it set in? I hope they're doing some like absolutely crazy shit with that. There better be like freaking full-blown, fully simulated weather systems with like climate change if you light too many fires. You better be able to contract like actually mutating viruses that are running in the background even when your computer's off. They better really jump their shit, like step it up. I don't know. I'm such a boomer, dudes. Like, even I just don't even get interested if there's new games. Like, I don't watch new game trailers. I don't follow new games. The AAA gaming market has completely lost me. Kevin says, I liked Skyrim, but apparently didn't like it as much as everybody else. I don't really feel strongly about Skyrim. Like, I got it. I played through it one time in full. I really enjoyed it. It hooked me for the full duration. And then I've tried to get back into it on probably 3 or 4 different occasions, maybe 5 since that point. And each time I only make it out of the newbie dungeon and I make it to that little town. And I go, that was cool. And I quit and I don't pick it up again for like 4 years, and then I rinse and repeat. And I even tried like, oh, I'll add mods this time. Let's download a bunch of mods. And nothing seems to like get me to play Skyrim again. Games have to hit, for me, for like RPGs, they have to hit like a really precise type of grind. And it's either got to be something like this, like EQ, or WoW, like vanilla WoW, or it's got to be like Diablo or Phantasy Star, where there's like ultra rare loot and like a loot based progression. If it doesn't have those things, it like Skyrim, there's really no, my knowledge, there's no like real random loot. Like, you're not gonna find a jaw rune in Skyrim and it totally change everything about your character. But in Diablo 2, you find that jaw rune, dude, or you find that bear rune, and all of a sudden you're like, oh shit, dog, I can make Enigma, I can make Infinity. I'm rolling a whole new character to use this rune. Kevin says, I don't know what it is about Skyrim that didn't do it for me. Yeah, that's, like, it was really great to me when it was brand new. and it was definitely worth like a single playthrough. But then after that, it was like, I don't know. I want to kill this ancient, but something's gonna spawn right in front of him. Yeah, I never use the shouts either. Like, I use the one to, like, blow people off a cliff just for the hell of it, and that was it. Yeah, games have to have, like, a build. It's gotta be, like, a build type system where you can play one class multiple different ways, but Skyrim builds feel, like, really generic. That's the whole thing with me in Skyrim. It's, like, very generic. Oh yeah, and the dragons. Like, after the 5th time you kill a dragon, you're just like, come on, another dragon. You can probably mod that. You can probably mod the dragon spawn rate. But still, it's like, ugh. Yes. Yeah, I'm with you on Skyrim. It's not a bad game. I don't trash it. I'm not like a hater. It's just it's like very, it's like a pop song. It's like predictable. It's kind of made for a lot of people to like it. But there's really nothing like extremely impressive about it. Assassin's Creed, don't get me started on Assassin's Creed. That's like the ultimate to me in like generic mass appeal game. Like, oh my, ow, owie, ow, dirty ancient. Guess it's time for a new mana skin. Oh my, I'm just gonna feign him. Oh no, I don't even know whether I'm sitting or standing. Oh goodness. Oof. That's a nice long med break there. Oh. Kevin says, yeah, I still like it. I just didn't think it needed 13 remakes. I can't even keep track of like how many times they've remade it. Totally Fune. Everything is Fune. Yeah, we're just gonna chill until he goes back to where he belongs, and then we'll just start over, because that was just forked. Like, 2 group breaks, mana skin wore off. We've had really bad luck tonight. At least we didn't die. Oh, the song. Yeah, this is a good song. We should probably log. We'll wait for him to reset, and then we're going to log. Because, he's just going to come back after us. That's the first time that's happened here since I started doing this. You gotta port your friend, my guy. You gotta rekindle his love and passion for the game. Give him some thorns. Let him level up. I think you can get P99 on your phone. There's a new mobile port. It's like old school RuneScape. Oh, I was playing that. I was playing old school RuneScape. Not that long ago. Alright, I'm gonna have to log here, and hopefully I don't die. It's the best friend. Old school RuneScape is amazing. I finally got over my dislike of doing quests. Like I just said, you know what? Doing quests is part of the game, and I need to stop hating doing quests. So, and plus it's so easy to do the quests if you really think about it. Like, all you have to do is go to the Grand Exchange and buy all the shit you need for the quest. In fact, one of the quests even makes a joke about it. Yeah, you use the Quest Helper plugin, and so I did one quest, and I bought everything I needed for it. Let me make sure I'm not about to die. Okay. I bought everything I needed for the quest, and it had like very specific, like bring 15 of this, 3 of this, or whatever. And when you go to turn it in, you like accept the quest, and as you're accepting the quest dialogue is like, yeah, I just so happen to have all of these things in my bag right now. And the quest giver is like, oh, what a coincidence that you just have all of this stuff with you. I thought that shit was hilarious. Because it's one of those quests that you just literally run to this guy and just give him like 25 things. Kevin says, I love that game. Me and my 3 in real life friends have a group Iron Man quad going. That's freaking awesome. I actually thought about you while I was playing it. I was like, I wonder if Kevin would want to play an Iron Man with me. Well, that really sucked and we had to reset, but here we are. Kevin says my Iron Man is like 2k total levels, so you're like, Iron Man is better than my main dude. That probably took forever. Boot Loops is the name. So last night we got... what did we get? We got Shadow Bond. And the night before, I got Thrall of Bones. Well, I've been hoping for good luck on the spells, but I've had just bad luck, period. But what I really want to get is Minion of Shadows. That's the rogue pet. And then if I can get the rogue pet, I'll go back out to the Raptors. And I'll get my revenge on Dingus. And try to get my level 49 pet finally at like level 56. Yeah, no, I actually really enjoyed my time playing old school RuneScape. I wish I had the time to play more. I died and I almost lost my my full graceful outfit though. That shit was scary as hell because I didn't know. I'd never died in that game. I was probably like 120 hours in, maybe more, and finally died because I didn't have like anti-venom, so I got stung by a spider or bit by a spider and like was like dying, and I was like, oh my gosh, and then I was running and trying to get to like a place where I could get healing, and then I died, and it left my I finally got the fairy ring quest done. So I was like super stoked. I had the fairy rings, and when I died, it dropped my stupid fairy ring staff on my body, but I didn't have the staff. I was freaking out. And then you got this like 15-minute timer, and it's like, yeah, you got to get to your body in 50 minutes. And I was like, what the shit is this? Like, I'm used to EverQuest. You got like, 7 days to go recover your shit. I'm like, dude, 15 minutes? This is insane. But I had to like calm myself down. I don't know this game very well at all. I don't know how to get around. I'm not like super familiar with where all the teleports are and all that. And so I had to like calm down and be like, okay, what is the fastest way to get back to my body? And I thought through it, and I was able to make it to my body in like 7 minutes. I did good. And I got super lucky too. I died like on Karamja, the island, so it was not hard to get to it. And I had just done the Cape quest, or the Cape diary for the town right there, Ardone. So I got lucky. I had the Cape in my bank. Oh my gosh, Kevin says it used to be like 3 minutes before everyone saw your items, and then another minute before they grew forever. That's terrible. They changed it because of a DDoS. They should have changed it because that's a shitty design. It's the most punishing thing I've ever heard of. Outside of like full loot hardcore, like some of the old MUDs that I used to play that were hardcore full loot. It's funny, like those MUDs were hardcore full loot, but they didn't even like advertise it. It was just like, it was just expected that those games were hardcore full loot. It was just like a normal thing. Oh my gosh, can I get a break game, please? For the love of all that is good, not a break actually, can I stop getting breaks? I really just wanted to like life tap this asshole so I could get some health back. Is the game telling me something? Is it saying you need to take another 3-month break? I was half expecting his root to break when I mana skinned myself. That's how bad luck it is. That's how bad my luck has been. Like, oh, you buffed yourself, so root's gonna break. And my experience gain tonight has been so poor, I've gotten like 3% in an hour, which is not... That's not normal for here, it's about 5% an hour. And that's indicative of just how, like, rough these pulls have been. And it's not just been like one bad pull here and there, it's been like every other pull is a bad pull. I'm really just wanting to keep this grind going so I can hopefully one day finish this character. I feel like I've got pretty good momentum going. Medic says there's better spots than this. There's faster experience spots. They're higher risk. Howling Stone's basement is theoretically the ideal spot for me. But I also average one death every, like, 6 to 8 hours there, what it seems like. Because I get it like a root break, charm break. Chardock entrance might be good, but I don't really know it. And I'm also not trying to trash my Chardock rep. So the tentative plan right now is get Minion of Shadows, go, like, kill myself in Droga to get that Chardock ring, the rep ring. And then I can go do Chardock entrance. That's been the game plan for since I came back. But we're at the mercy of RNG and spell drops, and not only spell drops, but then handing in those spells and getting the spells that I need. Like RNG on top of RNG on top of RNG. This is a good spot when things go well. It's just kind of slow on the experience game. We've had nights where the game is just like throwing spells at us, and then nights where, like tonight, where we just don't seem to be getting any spells. I miss the days when I was like level 25 and I had 5 different places that I could go to level. I hate you so much, Giant. Yeah, medics, get to feeling better, man. That sucks. Get some rest, drink some fluids, hopefully you can keep them down. Alright, I'm gonna life tap because I need the life, but damn. Okay, good. It did not break. So far, not lucky with that. That sucks, man. Yeah, hopefully you get to feeling better. I hate food poisoning because you can like feel it coming on and you're like, oh no. I remember one time I ate these like, I'm gonna wait till Medics leaves before I tell this story because I don't want to tell the story and make him sick. Let's just say I've made some poor decisions in the past and definitely paid for it. Most of my gear is actually from down here. I found a lot of it on Dalmir has like really good caster gear for some reason, or not really good, but it's like the best I could get for being Kunark only. My gear, truthfully, is not good. It's part of the reason why my mana pool is so bad. When did I go there? I think I started going to Dalmir around level 30, 31 or 32. It's kind of rough at first, but once you learn the zone and you learn the spawns, it's a really good spot. And you never have to deal with anybody. There's never anybody in there. Yeah, have a good night, man. Let's do collarbones for a little bit. As my buff wore off, I let my buff wear off like a scrub. See if Belgaven is on. I'm gonna tell Bel. I put Belgaven in my latest lore video. Kevin says, "How could you? You're in there too, Kevin." Belgaven is the only bard that I respect. And the video is like it's split in the middle. It's not fully done, but I was like, I gotta post this because I worked really hard on it back in like April, May, and then I never posted it. Like, and I didn't finish it, but I was like, I need to just get what I have done out there, and then I can always work on the rest of it later. Belgaven saved my life one time. He saved me in Dalnir, actually, of all places. Because he's always in Dalnir. He's always farming just trash mobs, just killing stuff. Kevin says he's the only other person who likes that zone. That's what it seems like. I love that place. And I hated it at first. I was like, this place is terrible. You have to like jump down. It's really hard to get in and out of. It's way out of the way. Like, I'm only going here to get gear, and I'm never coming back, and then I ended up spending, like, 8 levels there. I wish I could level to 60 and down there. I'd just stay in there. Kevin says, I tried to bring my duo there. We lasted like 3 minutes before he quit. That's funny. Oh, we just ticked up to 60% to level 56. So it's been slow tonight, but you're not always going to have good nights. I think the important thing is that I just keep putting in the time. Yeah, we did math, and I don't know how accurate my math is, but I estimated 180 hours if I was to stay here, which I don't think I'm going to stay here till 60. But I will stay here till I get to 57, or at least until I get Minion of Shadows. Because this is a pretty easy spot to get spells, and the spells drop here a lot more often than, not Howling Stones, but, City of Mist, the spells don't really drop that often. Kevin says, Mr. Best Friend will get there eventually. I appreciate the kind words. I really wish I knew how many hours I've spent on this character. That might make me slightly depressed, though. It's been a lot. Yeah, I think we'll try to hit 57 here. And then hopefully by then we have all the spells we need. And then I'll go finish out Howling Stones, most likely. Well, Slash Play doesn't work like it. I even remember back in the day on EQ, I feel like Slash Play worked correctly. It's like it just tells you how long the character's been a character. Like Mr. Best Friend has been a character since Saturday, March 26th of 2022. What's up, Cankersaur? Good to see you. Haven't seen you in a while. Yeah, it's probably a good thing, Kevin, you're right, that it doesn't actually tell you how much time you spent playing this game, because that could be slightly depressing. But I am curious. I mean, just the night alone, I've put 2 hours and 43 minutes in. Flash time? 3208 is the year 3208. Mr. Best Friend is like centuries old at this point. Kevin says 2009 in college, one of my roommates had over 1 year / played, and wow, that's so much. Dude, do I need to dot this guy, or is he gonna die? My dot's about to wear off. That sucks. I don't think it's gonna do it. I think he's gonna be 0. Yep. Wasted. Life tap. He had a full account of maxed pallies? Why did he have so many pallies? He's mad weird. He sat in the room all 4 years, wore the same zip off at the knee pant. Oh, I remember those pants. Damn, dude, you just like unlocked a memory. I forgot about those. I had like a pair of cargo khaki, like nylon-y type Imperial zip-off knee pants. And it was a pain in the ass because you had to remember where you put the zip-off parts, because they detached from the pants, so you could like lose them. I forgot all about that. I wonder why they made those pants. That guy's still playing his maxed Paladin account somewhere. He's probably like a Fortune 500 CEO, actually. You guys have that one weird kid who in high school was super weird, but now he's like freaking super successful. He had a drinking mug collection of 80 mugs. He was always talking to his WoW girlfriend on his second flip phone. He had a separate flip phone just for his WoW girlfriend. This is so peak 2009. Like, there's so much to unpack there. In 2009, I had just joined the military. I think it had been like, a couple years. And, I definitely, I remember playing Wrath of the Lich King. Like, my ex-wife, my first wife, actually went to the store and got it. I think I was at work when it came out, because I worked nights. And, He like went to the store and got it and had it like ready when I got home. And the first thing I did, actually, I didn't even play. I didn't even get on the boat and go to like Northrend. I just played like a Death Knight because they were just so cool. Kevin says, glad I could unlock these memories. I mean, you unlock those memories, but also all of the PTSD that was like buried deep down in there too. Like, as I'm talking about this, I'm seeing a TV remote flying at my head because I'm fighting with my first wife right now. She had to buy so many TV remotes because she would get pissed and just throw TV remotes. She still plays WoW. My first wife, I got her into WoW in 2006. We were supposed to be cleaning the house. I showed her WoW in the morning. I was like, hey, check out this game. It's really cool. And I was like, she ain't ever going to play this because she wasn't a video gamer at all. She thought video games were stupid. And then I was like, okay. And I put up the laptop and I was out cleaning the house and her sons were helping me and we were all cleaning. And then I'm like, wait, where is she? And I went back in the room and she had made a druid and was like playing a druid and Teldrassil. I was like, you're not supposed to be doing that. We're supposed to be doing dishes. Kevin says, sounds like you had the last laugh. I mean, we're cool now. He and I didn't talk for like 12 years. And then randomly we talked. Not because we're like, oh, let's get back together or whatever. It's just like, hey, how are you doing? How are your boys? You know. And we both kind of had this like deep conversation where we're like, yeah, we were kind of like not mature enough to be married to each other, and we were probably really crappy. And she was like, yeah, I was really crappy, and it was kind of cool. It was like, oh, faith in humanity restored. And she's funny because she was like, I don't want to spark like a huge political discussion here, but she was like a huge Fox News, you know, that was like her thing. It was like Fox News and the country's going to shit and blah blah blah. And then like last time I talked to her, she was like, I hate Trump, I can't stand it, blah blah blah. I was like, damn, you're like completely 180 on that. And yeah, she still plays WoW like all the time. She plays retail though. I don't know how she does it. Retail WoW lost me like hardcore. I don't even follow the new expansions anymore. Like they could release a new expansion every day and I'd be like, okay. Kevin says that's what I meant by the last laugh. He did get into hardcore. Kevin says, I don't know how much someone would have to pay me to play retail. Yeah, that's how I am. I can't stand retail WoW. It's just like, it doesn't even make sense to me anymore. Like, you get on there and you got like 48 billion HP and you're critting for like 60 billion. You're like, what is going on? I don't know. I heard they like did some number squishing. But I don't know. The whole thing is just so disjointed and like weird. I'd rather go to sleep than play that game. I don't know, when I did try to play it, all I did was go try to farm mounts in areas that I had played in back in the day. That was like the only thing I knew to do. Yeah, like I farmed the Nether Drake mount and Anzu and the Tempest Keep mount, the Zul'Gurub Raptor. I was trying to farm that. Like I didn't even know what else you're supposed to do in that game. It's like just like one giant mount collecting game now, from what I've seen. And it's all the same. It's just like run through areas, AoEing, killing everything. Kevin says I played right at the end of BFA into Shadowlands. Yeah, me too. I think that was when I was doing all the mount runs. It was in BFA. I tried to do like the BFA story. And then I think they gave Shadowlands away or something. I feel like I got Shadowlands, but I got it for free at some point, and I tried playing the story, and I was just like, I don't know how many big hub cities that look the same but aren't quite the same I can go to before I'm just like, this is all just one big, very generic experience. There's always some giant evil that you're trying to kill. It's just, I think that's why I like older games, because like in EQ, you're just like a dude killing giants and shit, scorpions. Anchorsaur asks, got any new spell drops lately? I have, actually. We got lucky 2 nights in a row. I got Brawl of Bones and I got Shadow Bond. I actually got Splurt. Splurt dropped here, but I already had Splurt. That's bad. That's gonna cause me some issues. Or not. Oh, there he goes. Well, then I turned in the Splurt for Shadow Bond. I was really hoping for Minion of Shadows. But I'll take Shadow Bond, that's okay. We're just plugging away, killing giants, trying to get some experience. This is a pretty low threat, like, brain off camp. I came back to P99 this week, now that I'm finally done going on work trips nonstop, even though I have a work trip in 2 weeks, but it's a short one, so it's okay. And for me, with Project 1999, I just gotta get bit by the bug, and then once I get bit by the bug, I'm usually, like, all in again. Kevin says Cankersaur said I just hit 58 on my Necro. Nice. Saving up for Emissary of Thule, that's good. That'll be a good upgrade once you get it. What are you farming to try to make some money? I'm up to, I think, 8,500 plat on Mr. Best Friend. But I think that's probably almost halfway to Emissary of Thule. And at the pace I'm going, I will definitely have that amount of money if I stay here. This is actually pretty good money. I made like 700 plat here the other night. That's good money for me. Ankylosaurus says, I usually just blast Droga goblins for quick plat. Yeah, so what I'm trying to get here is Minion of Shadows, which is the rogue pet. And then once I have the rogue pet, I'm going to go out and hopefully get the 49 pet from the Raptors. Because right now doing the Raptors is really scary. My pet sucks. And then once I have the 49 pet, I feel like I can go to Droga and finally get all the goblin skins that I need to get the Chardock reputation faction done. Evan says, guess where my 3 friends are who started playing again tonight? Carter's Castle. Down there. Eastern Freeport. Evan says, Fungi King. Oh yeah, that's right. You have the friends that do nothing but farm fungis and make shit tons of money. Evan says, already tried to get me to come back. Do you guys split the money when you get fungis, or how does that work? Or you just free roll it off and whoever gets it gets it? What? That's a good way to do it. Maybe one day I'll be good enough to farm fungis with you guys. 15k, that's crazy. Man, mana skin is so expensive on the mana bar. I'm surprised I haven't seen a single spell drop tonight. I think the spell drops are broken. Kevin says all I have to do to earn 15k is play a buddy's fully bished shaman. It's probably a pretty fun character to play, though. Maybe I'll do a shaman for my next solo self-found. I actually am really interested in playing a shaman. That's one class I haven't touched. Kevin says hardest part is getting everyone down there. Yeah, because it's all the way down in the Seb crypt, right? There's a lot of pathers and I think there's a mix of living and dead mobs down there. Anytime you have living and dead mobs close together, it's really tough navigating. But what you're saying is it's high risk, high reward. This game does tend to nail that risk versus reward pretty well. Like, I could be in Howling Stones right now getting twice as much experience, but I'd be dying a lot more. Why is it harder to get a cleric down there than a shaman? Evan says because the shaman is always parked there permanently. Ah, okay. You guys got like a system. That's smart. You just park him down there and you leave him once you get him situated. Where are the spells tonight? This game's giving me no spells. Anchorsaur's got a tip here. Cast dots from the longest duration to the shortest. So yeah, I usually start with Splurt because it does the most damage the longer it's going. But yeah, I can start doing that. I should probably perfect my root rotting with how much time I'm spending here. And we'll potentially spend, just to get to 56, I'll need to do at 5% an hour, at least 8 more hours of this. And then I'll probably be here till 57. But anytime I get this camp, I get super excited because it's like so chill and I can get spells here. Anchorsaur says, most of the time I only use Splurt, Dooming Darkness, Bond of Death, and a PE. Which one is PE? we should do. I have Cascading Darkness. A Clinging Darkness. What level is Dooming Darkness? Oh, Paralyzing Earth, of course. My bad. I should know that. Okay, let's try Cankersor's method here. Flirt, Dooming Darkness. I don't know if I have Bond of Death. Let's see. I may not have that. I think that, oh, that's the other one I can get from, I have to get that from the Raptors. Yeah, Estole is like really expensive. Dooming Darkness. I don't have Bond of Death, so I gotta do something else. I guess I can do Ignite Blood. Ignite Blood is 4.7 damage per mana. That's kind of how I measure it. Plague is 4.23. We'll try these ones. Oh no, I had like a lag spike there. That was scary. Oh, I was supposed to do Ignite Blood first. Whoops. Add Vamp Curse, and you don't have to do, yeah, you're right. Deflux, and the defluxes are killing me because I end up breaking, What's up, Skiff? How you doing? I haven't seen you in a while. Hopefully your health is good. We're kind of perfecting our route routing here. Hankersor has given us some good tips. Yeah, I don't have Bond of Death yet. I need to get that from the Raptors. Oh, okay. Congrats on your move, Skiff. Finally made it to Italy. I want to go to Italy. I like Italy. Yeah, you're right. It's like I'm metting up pretty close to full. And now I'm not losing, I'm not having a deflux. Kill him. Oh yeah, look at that. That's nice. Thank you. No worries, Skiff. Yeah, you got probably a lot of stuff to handle moving from one country to another. Yeah, I was meaning to replace Asastole on my bar because I rarely used it, and it seemed like it took a lot of mana. I just wasn't sure what to replace it with. Now the Ancients, they do take considerably more mana. Made it through customs, and is the depot okay? And is the depot Milan? It's all good. Nice. Yeah, this is actually... I don't even have to deflux at all. Ankylosaurus says, I like to be super efficient when route riding, even if it may take longer. Yeah. I am going to have to reroute him. Is this the 60 Necro? I wish. Oh, I didn't have to reroute him. I had Doom and Darkness on him. I am level 55. We are plugging away at 55 right now. Trying to get some spells. So far, no luck tonight. We did get new spells last night and the night before, though, so I can't really complain. Finally back on P99 after a nice long break. Evan says, you'll get the pet before 60, hopefully. I hope I'm not out here till 60. Somebody said this spot is like 1% an hour at 59. They said they knew a shaman that did this. Kevin says, you gotta believe, like our good friend in down here. Which one is that? Oh, the Cly Believer. I hate that guy. That mob has killed me more than any other mob. Those mobs are the worst. What's really bad is when they get healed from like outside the room that you're fighting them in. That is like easily top 5 most frustrating gaming experiences. Because you're like trying desperately to nuke them down, and then the freaking Cly Believer is getting healed by another Cly Believer outside the room, and you're just like, you guys suck. Skiff says, I geared my 55 shaman out for when I get back on. Nice. I would love to get some gear on Mr. Best Friend. I haven't upgraded any pieces of gear in so long. I feel like once I did the Great Uwamp, that was it. I got Uwamp gear, I got down there gear, and then that was it. There's like no more gear left for me to find. Actually, I went to Droga and I got the Earring of Essence. Once I got the Earring of Essence, that was it. Everything else is in Chardock. Yeah, if I had Bond of Death, this would be way nice. Vampiric Curse is okay, though. Makersaur says, probably the best spell you could get right now besides the pet. Nice. Give me something else to strive for. Yeah, this seems a lot smoother, Kanker. I really appreciate the tips. Because before I was having to like deflux, and then deflux breaks your root. It's kind of scary. Yeah, truthfully, this is my first time really doing a lot of root rotting. Do you guys remember when I had to go get Paralyzing Earth from Furiona V? And I like just ran into the shop and bought it, and then had like all the other NPCs of the shop were like killing me. Actually, don't really mind it because it's just so simple. Yep, it works. It's a efficient and effective. Oh, he resisted. Baker says another tip I could add: replace that shield with a fast root, or instill. Oh yeah, harm shield. I don't really need it. Yeah, you're right. How fast does root cast? Root is a 2.0. I don't know if I have instill. I don't think I have instill. Yeah, that root being cheap, because I never use Harm Shield here. Harm Shield is like for those like risky dungeon charm break, gotta do something quick moments. Anchor says, honestly, that dot line could take you to 60. Yeah, this right here is pretty good. I'm gonna change the order that I have them on my bar. Yeah, I've always said that at this point, once I got Lich, I think Lich was the big turning point where that was what I needed to get to 60. And so I have everything I need to get me to 60 at this point. Oh yeah, root costs 30 mana, that's awesome. Yeah, getting Lich was like the biggest upgrade, because if you guys remember, prior to having Lich, it was like terrifying. Like every mob fight was just a fight to the death. Like I would go almost on every single pull. That was pretty huge for me to get Lich. And I got it relatively quickly, and honestly, I got so lucky, because you get Lich from the Raptors, and the Raptors were hard as hell without Lich. Like that was seriously like white knuckling at every one of those pulls. It was more like Wrath of the Raptors. I died there so many times. Wrath of Dingus. Remember that time the bard was like, yeah, you can pull off my bard train, no big deal, and then he died, and he was like, oh, I'm sorry, I got lag. I've tried Raptors at 55 and still died. They still really suck. Yeah, the Raptors are cursed. Me and the Raptors have a long history. Dingus always gets me. I hate fighting the Raptors too. It's like a necessary evil because of what I can get from them, but I hate having to fear kite in the water. Having to fight in the water is not fun. Kevin says, remember when Root breaks on Dingus, he swims like 900 miles per hour and beats you to death in the water? Remember when Root broke like 3 times in a row on Dingus? Like there was just no hope whatsoever. I remember that was one of those, like, you guys got to watch me have a little mini freak out moment, because, like, it was just like, root break, root break, root break. Yeah, I just gave up. Yeah, I was like, there's nothing I can do. And there's no getting away from him. Those raptors are so scary, because the aggro radius on them is absolutely massive. And they swim so fast. The flavor was salt that night. I was saltier than the water I was swimming in. I think actually I wasn't salty. I had to, like, give up and break my own rules one time because I was in Howling Stones and I got disconnected and died, and I was, like, so dejected by it that I was like, literally, like, I'll take a res. Like, I got DC'd. It wasn't my fault. I may just take reses from here on out, honestly. Like, I've got to be able to finish this character. Up until, like, 54, I don't think... Oh, I had just leveled, too. I had just leveled to 55 and then got disconnected and died. Yeah, this seems a lot faster. Or more efficient, like faster experience. Wish I could stack those tump stumps. I would have like 200 tump stumps. I wouldn't even sell them or anything. I'd just collect them and put them in my bank. Yeah, I need a life insurance policy when I go to Howling Stones. Howling Stones is rough. Really nice not having to deflux. I don't know why I didn't think about Vampiric Curse. I think I was under the impression it wouldn't out heal Lich. That's why I wasn't using it. Anchorsaur says, Vampiric Curse will stabilize HP loss from Demi-Lich, but slowly. Forgot about Demi-Lich. What drops Demi-Lich? Oh, no worries. I could go get that anytime I wanted to from the Cliff Golem or Emperor Shottle. Probably solo that right now if I really wanted to. That'll be one of those I have to buy. I'm gonna have like 40,000 flat worth of spells I need to buy when I hit 60 if I want to keep playing. Kevin says, just watch the EQ video. Did he solo him? That dude's a freaking legend, dude. Yeah, maybe I'll just level my enchanter up and then go get all my spells on my enchanter. Yeah, this is nice, Canker, because I don't have to keep recasting dots. Like, one load of dots will kill these guys. And then if root does break, they're already snared, so I don't have to, like, they're not gonna be, like, right in my face. Kinda kicking myself for not having come up with a better strategy. But that's why I got you guys. You guys really helped me out. I'd be lost. I was trying to do this all on my own. If you do start getting low on mana, omit Ignite until you get it back. See, that's awesome. I didn't even think about that. Evan says, but what about a wise man once said? More dots. Yeah. Let's ditch Feign Death. We don't need that. We can put a Stole on there for Feign Death. And let's ditch both roots. We can put Plague in one. I'm sure I've got another dot floating around here somewhere. I really need to organize this. Oh, Venom of the Snake. There we go. I really need to organize this spell bar. Like, this, or spell book, it's looking like shit right now. Oh yeah, look at that. We've got them all down. Makersaur says, I like living at the top of my mana pool. The fewer dots you can get away with, the better, yeah. Well, I omitted Ignite Blood on this one, so we'll have to see. We'll probably end up having to recast something. Probably Splurt. But we'll regen more mana than we would have lost. This game was throwing loot at me last night. Like, I was getting Forest Giant Tunics out the ass. They were all spawning with weapons. I was getting gems. Like, I went back and made like 700, 800 flat on just trash. Kevin is the opposite. He says I play at the bottom of mine. 18% mana, enough for the next pull. Yeah, Ignite Blood does make a huge difference. The nice thing about these is you don't have to worry about spawn timers. Like, if you do get low on mana, you can just met it back, because it's not like you're in danger if you get behind the curve. Like, some of the camps I've done on my enchanter, if you get behind the curve, you know you're dead 10 minutes before you actually die, because you're like, I'm so far behind in mana, and the spawn timers keep coming. Okay, for this one, we'll dot him up. Then we just can't be standing right here. Oh shoot, I cast the wrong spell. Just gotta go over here. Hopefully he's not line of sight broken by this little wall here. EQ programmers were like, you see this wall, how it goes to right here? Yeah, the line of sight is going to be blocked all the way over here, because that's the way we do things. Gift says, first espresso of the day. Living large in Italy. I'm jealous. Dude, the pastry game in Italy is like on another level. You can get like a meaty pastry and a dessert pastry in the same like place, and just have that for your meal, and then not need to eat anything for like the rest of the day. And when I was there, they were like €1 a piece. So I would literally go down to the pastry shop and buy like 50 pastries for my dudes. Ankylosaurus says calzones were the shit. I used to get this thing called the mixed meat grill, and it was like, I don't even know, it probably was like horse meat or something. I didn't even care. It was so good. It was like 3 different kinds of meats. It was like a chicken, a beef, and a pork. Stuffed tomatoes on the street corner. The one thing I remember about Sicily was the oranges and the tomatoes were so juicy. Like, you would get oranges from this dude that just sold oranges on the side of the highway. And you needed to, like, take a shower after you ate an orange. You were just, like, covered in orange juice. Let's see, I don't know if this splurt's going to be enough to finish him off. It might be, because splurt gets stronger as it goes. There we go. Well, this is going a lot smoother. Hankersaur, you're a hero. You are the true hero of the stream tonight. Yeah, I'm much more efficient. I think I was doing like clearing 3 or 4, and now I'm clearing like 5 or 6. I can't remember. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I'm clearing 4. I was clearing only like 3 before. Evan says, I ate pasta and gelato for a week when I was there. I didn't really get into the gelato too much. When I went to Croatia, that's when I was like fiending on gelato. Croatia is weird because it's like Italy and Russia had a baby and they named it Croatia. But the people there like loved Americans. It was the weirdest thing. Like if you told someone you were from America, they were like, "Oh, you're from America?" And they just like went nuts. And then they're like super nice. Yeah, it is unusual. That's like I'm not used to that. I'm used to like Sicily where they're like I remember I went to this like little cafe in Sicily and they knew I was American. And I walked in and I was like, "Do you guys have a menu?" And this old guy was like smoking in the corner and he looked up from his like newspaper and his coffee and his cigarette and he looked at me and he goes, "No menu." And I was like, "Ah, okay, got it. I'm not welcome here." Kevin says, I started telling people I was Canadian when I was in Europe. That's smart. Hankersaur says, they wanted me to talk, but I am extremely southern. Yeah, I was in Croatia and I was eating at like I just sat down at a table, but it was like close to a food truck. Let's see, how should I handle this guy? He might die. And the food truck guy just like put it into Google Translate, like, I'm really sorry, but you have to order something if you want to sit there. But it was like super polite. And I'm used to like Italy where they like freak out at you and yell at you. Italians are very angry. They're very dramatic. Like if you did that in Italy, they would be like they would go on like a tirade for 5 minutes about how Americans think they run everything and how rude Americans are. And in Croatia, they're just like, "Oh, I'm sorry, but you can't sit here. But we apologize for that." Skiff says, one thing though, being here now, you have really learned Italian. Yeah, I would start learning Italian if I was living there. Kevin says Italy was the second least amiable towards Americans of all the Western European countries I visited. What was the first? I feel like Italy, for me, was just took the cake. Oh, France, yeah. Oh, yeah. I've never been to France. I have no plans to go to France. Like, it doesn't interest me in the least bit. No, thank you. Anchorsource says, worst in my experience, I had the opposite. I'm sure there's nice French people, just like there's nice, you know, any nationality. Skiff says, yeah, French people are on another level, especially being English. Oh, I bet, yeah. They haven't forgotten, like, the 100 Years' War or whatever. Paris, Kevin says Paris in particular was the worst. Kevin says the people is nice. We're unexpectedly nice. Unexpectedly nice. Very few. They were unironically nice. I knew there was a giant hiding over there. I was like, I need to be careful when I go over here. No spells tonight, man. Spells are broken. Just so we can get this hammer off this guy. At least the experience has been decent. I just hit 65%, so we've made almost 10% tonight. We're at 3 hours, so about a half hour of travel time, so 2.5 hours. And we had a rough time at the beginning. I had to kill Gorgol Packlock. He almost flattened me. His root kept breaking. Hankersaur says, I spent most of my time apologizing in French thanks to my Karen-ass grandma. That sucks. Kevin says, France was the only place someone attempted to pickpocket me. I've been to Spain and I've been to Italy. I've never been to France or Germany. Hopefully one day I get a chance to go. Kevin says, it was I've been told, stream, I've been told you're not supposed to use that word anymore. Being a longtime EverQuest player, that was a tough pill to swallow. I actually got warned in a Discord for using the word gypsy. And my girlfriend, she's like a Gen Zer, and so she's very in tune with all that stuff. She's like, you can't say that. Are there any ancients? There's an ancient. Kill that ancient. I need spells. Kevin, you've officially become a boomer. Hit it with your Escalade like Borat. I will look at your wares, Gypsy. Is this house of the woman you shrunk? I'm pretty sure I messed that timeless Borat quote up. Kevin says he goes to a car dealership and asks how fast he'd need to be driving. That's pretty funny. I don't remember that scene. I like how Cankersaur showed up to the stream and like immediately doubled my output. Before this, I was like a total scrub. Kevin says I show up and talk about running over gypsies. Yeah, I was like struggling with that. I was like, it's in like video games and stuff. I suppose if they had made video games 100 years ago, they would be chock full of racial pejoratives, though. Look at this. We're gonna do 2 at once stream. Oh. Where's he going? He's not supposed to be leaving. He's supposed to be dying. I think he's gonna die next tick. There we go. I need to get down there and get my loot without getting attacked by a Sarnak. Just a ring? Come on, game, you're killing me. Pro gamer. I mean, with these new strategies unlocked, clearly we're gonna hit level 60 like tomorrow. You guys are gonna come back to the stream. And I'm gonna be old and gray with a beard, and I'm still gonna be fighting these giants trying to hit level 60. Somebody told me it's 1% an hour here. Could you imagine 1% an hour? Ugh. Yeah, I could pay for a boost. You're right. On Teak, the level boosting is like insane. If says one thing I'm gonna have to get used to is the tremors from the earthquakes. Do you guys live on like a fault line? Oh no, Gorgo Packwalk's fine. That's okay. I'm about to get off anyway. I think this is gonna be my last ancient. Hopefully a spell drops and we can leave happy. Mrs. said there has been one in Sicily. Huh. I know I was right by that giant volcano in Sicily. Like I could see it erupting from my front porch. Hankersor is cheering us on. He says, "Spell, spell, spell." Yep. Unfortunately, if we get a spell, we still are at the mercy of RNG. When we go to turn it in, we hope that we get Minion of Shadows. Kevin says there must be a lot of warlocks in Italy. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for, Kangasaur, is I've already got the Brawl of Bones, which would be, I think, the only spell I would keep out of the turn-in spells. Yeah, I'd even take, like, Defoliation. I would be ecstatic if I got Defoliation. Gorgle Packwalk had to show up and ruin our good time. He's the dingus of the Burning Warslick's woods. He's the name mob with, like, the insane MR that Root breaks on nonstop. Yep, the Buffalo Wild Wings. I can kill him, though. Like, I've killed him multiple times. It's just kind of scary every time. I'm not going to kill him tonight again. I've already killed him once tonight. I'm not going to kill him again. Because I can just leave and somebody else will kill him. And then hopefully when I come back tomorrow, the camp is open. This is so efficient, though. I'm like back up to 80% mana already. Alright, hopefully we get a spell that kind of creep up and... Oh, shit. I didn't even see what was on the body. Apparently it was nothing on the body. That sucks. Okay, that is it for me. I would go back to cab the vendor, but I don't really have full bags. So I'm gonna stay here, because that way maybe I can log in tomorrow and just scoop the camp right away. But we got to 65% of level 55, so that's good. Another 9% progress. We're making it happen. Kevin, thanks for coming back. Skiff, congrats on your move. My poor agility, yeah, what is it, like negative 20? 67, 57, I can't read those little numbers. But yeah, thanks you guys for watching, and appreciate you guys hanging out with me tonight. It makes the grind a lot more bearable.